Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful, fabulous, magnificent friends. I am your friend Kevin, and this is your Divine Daily Blast. Let's go. We have an angel numerology. Oops, couldn't get the other camera to go. We have an angel numerology number 7 today. Let me get the tripod set up right. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I digress. Number 7. In the angel numbers, the 7 signifies a time of spiritual awakening. I like to kind of put focus and awaken to what it is that you're here for today. Whether it is just, I would like today to be, you fill in the blank, what have you. It's about wisdom, good fortune. You're on the right path. It can also represent a period of good luck, good fortunes, a spiritual journey, aligning with the universe. Seeing the 7 ongoing is a message to continue on your current path. Trust your instincts. Personally, I like the number 7. To me, it's a magical number. I don't know why. When I ever think about 7, I look at, the images of the one-armed bandits, the gambling machines with 777 comes up and all this money comes flying out. Good fortune, the right path, decisions being made, the right decisions, completion, perfection, all of these things, instincts, trust, all of those things are associated with number 7. Now, what's powerful about today is the full moon. I was out this morning really early, looking up at it and being in awe of how it was just illuminous. There was something mesmerizing about that huge planet that on one side of the sky is being illuminated by the sun shining towards it on the other part of the sky. And here on planet Earth, we're looking up at it and seeing it as if it's being magnificently suspended. And I wonder, I don't think it's unusual for people to drive along or be outside on a clear night and who cannot be completely immersed with the magnitude of the moon. How fantastic it is, how amazing it is. So the full moon actually happens today at 3:15 in the afternoon in LA, 6:15 or 6:14 I should say in the evening in New York, 11:14 in the evening, almost night really, in London, and then 10:14 in the morning on December 5th, because of course where I am in the mid-Atlantic state of United States, Sydney, Australia is 14 hours ahead. Now, this happy full moon is in Gemini, and we're being required or asked or suggested, what do we need to say to someone so that we can both see a bigger picture? Do we need to take a step back from a situation so we can get perspective on it? Do we need to bring into focus the fuzzy parts of our lives so there's clarity, so that there is laser focus, and follow the desire of your heart of what it is you really truly want, and then go ask for it, command it. You deserve to put your hand up and say, yes, I am deserving of that. Now, my isms today is I'm grounded. So right now, this minute, when you listen to this, feet flat on the floor, you can lift your toes up and spread them out. Feel the gravity of your heels pressing into the floor. I am present. Doing it, being aware of it, being conscious of it, you are present to it. I'm on the right path for great, graceful new beginnings. Now, as the full moon goes into, which would now be third quarter of the cycle, you can say I want some graceful breakthroughs and some new beginnings to occur. And then just write down the area of your life. If there isn't any, then you say, I'm grateful for the number 7. I'm grateful for the breakthroughs. I'm grateful for what I'm learning. I'm grateful for what I'm gathering. And let that be so. Oftentimes, we see other people searching for something. We don't really have anything to search for. I know myself on this spiritual journey, particularly this last chapter since the pandemic, when we all got locked up in our houses, like, who knew? That's a chapter that's current in my life. The chapter before that was immersed in the ancient practice of yoga, which is bringing everything together. The mind, the body, the spirit, the disciplines, and having those transformative aspects of life, learning to release and let go of what needs to be released and let go, and embracing what needs to be embraced on our own life. The battle between what I learned in this life from my forefathers and even from my relatives, and what I brought with me from other lives. I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being, and so it is. That light that you come in with, for me, it's almost like a pilot light. You know, on gas stoves, you've got a pilot light. Most furnaces, you have a pilot light. That pilot light is the connection between source energy and wherever we are, whatever realm we're in. We can close our eyes and visualize that pilot light expanding from the center of our chest down into the soles of our feet, up into the crown of our head, and beyond. You know, for me, if I want to stretch my arms out wide, I can let that light shine out from the center of my chest through both shoulders, into both elbows and wrists, out through all 10 fingers and extending beyond. And then you can send it up, actually beyond the crown of the head and down beyond the soles of the feet. And just allowing and breathing that light out into the world. That's just enough grounding. Simple. I am all the strength I need. You are. You don't get other people's strength. You get your own. And it's up to you to build it, to grow it, to stand in it. And then when others notice it, wow, this person's strong. Strong does not mean brawn. Strong does not mean a powerful muscles. That's one kind of physical strength. Strength is the resolve. Strength is, wow, knowing that at this time, at this place, if I need the strength, it's there for me to gather and get. Here's a message from Archangel Raziel. This comes from the Angel Affirmation deck from Radley Valentine. As the scribe of mystical secrets, I can help you fully understand at a soul level the cosmic principles necessary to manifest a magical life. And your affirmation from Raziel: I'm a co-creator with the universe. My awareness of divine knowledge is constantly expanding. If we are not expanding, if we're not growing, if we're not pushing boundaries and limits, if we're not finding the strength within ourselves to go further than where we've gone before, what are we doing? Just hanging out? And some days, just hanging out's okay. Other days, I got to pick up a book and learn something. I got to, this past year, I've pushed myself into more creative endeavors. Being creative, no matter what that looks like, is the closest we can ever get to divine purity, divine love, because it's coming from us. Whether it's a drawing or a painting, a pattern, knitting, crocheting, doing the yard work, cooking, singing, anything that's creative comes from source. Source is in every single one of us. Archangel Jophiel's with us all week long. Her message, her activation is my thoughts are seeds that bloom and blossom. Weed through your thoughts. Up here in the northern hemisphere, all the leaves have pretty much left the trees. There's a few hanging on. And pretty quickly, as the autumnal winds shift into the winter and they hibernate, the sap has returned to its roots, gone down deep into the ground of the earth, and is waiting. And come the warmer weather, actually more accurately, come the longer days, those roots will begin to expand. The earth that holds those roots, whether it's trees or grass or flowers or bulbs, the earth that's been holding them, nurturing them, is going to have to shift and expand to allow that growth to happen. And if you notice really pretty quickly, whether it is snowdrops, bluebells, daffodils, tulips, irises, to start to emerge from the ground, those shoots in one day can go up as much as 4 to 6 inches. And then in a week, it's almost a foot tall. And then a bit longer after that, we start seeing the blooms and the blossoms. And all of this occurring in the space of a moon cycle. And then by the second moon cycle, we're moving more into the spring energy, action, adventure, people bringing their mowers out. The daffodils, the snowdrops, the tulips, the bluebells, the wildflowers begin to retreat again and retreat back. It's a very short cycle, but each cycle is all about growth, all about seeing how we grow, how strong we are, and that there's another cycle. There is a beginning, there is a middle, and there's an ending and another beginning. And so it goes with the numbers, with angel numbers, with the days of the week, with the hours, minutes, all of this, being present and grounded and grateful as well as graceful. This is the Buddha's message. Heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts, peace with the world. And if you're listening to this channel, and many of you have sent the most remarkable comments that I read and respond to, they're wonderful. They light me up because I feel like I bring this to try to light you up. You know, I'll share this. For the longest time, I thought that it was really all about likes and subscribes and people. And I've noticed that being in social media, particularly YouTube land, I sort of shut all the others off. It's like, why do I need to spend time digging into all the other ones? I also noticed, what is it about myself that feels the need to be seen by more and more people, to get more and more subscriptions? There's the transformation right there. And there isn't. I love it. I think it's wonderful, but my intention is still as true today as it was 5.5 years ago when I started this channel. I thought, well, I'm bored out of my gourd by sitting at home while the world lines up outside of shops because they couldn't go in, while the world listens to the news cycle about this nasty virus. I wanted something else. I wanted something different. So I dug more into my spiritual roots and was quite surprised with what emerged. And then I started learning more about videos, more about broadcasting, more about how do I get these messages out there. I learned different software programs, and just this has emerged. We've just done it. And I think that's it. That's the message. Just to get it out there. Doesn't matter how many people sign up or sign on. The right people will. More people will find it. And off you go. And I try to do it for no compensation, no donations, no Patreon channels or any of those things. Why? You mean the creative forces within us? It's a gift like the sunshine and the moonlight. It's all a gift. We get it. We don't have to, Lady Sunshine doesn't send us a bill every month for the sunshine they give us, and the moon doesn't send us a bill. We don't get a statement from the rain because it's watered the grass today. It just happens. I digress. The fairies of transformation have come today. This fairy tells you to surrender to the transformation in your life that's happening. Surrender to it. I know when I let go, it's a magical ride into something. Life is happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Resistance gets in the way of it. Resistance is like saying no to your blessings, blocking them. Saying no to your prosperity. Saying no, I don't want it. No, thank you. Goodbye. Move on. Who wants to do that? I want the miracles. I want everybody else to have the miracles. And this is what we do. The Fairy of Transformation wishes to remind all of us. Change is more amazing than we can ever imagine. Let go and surrender to natural changes that occur in your daily life, minute by minute. The process of transformation can be a beautiful experience. Changes and transformation are constant. They have a ripple, a knock-on effect to those around us. And it's possible that people resist change, making it unpleasant or painful, making growth terrible. So when other people see you willing to accept the transformations that are going on, willing to say, well, it's going to be okay, everything's going to work out, particularly if you do it with love, more especially if you do it with trust, it's seen that we all have these like super positive influences on other people's experience. This particular fairy today tells us which parts of ourselves and our lives are ready to be transformed. And all the Fairy of Transformation asks us to do is to follow the lead. Follow, allow, trust and flow. Follow, allow, trust and flow. Follow, allow, trust it and just flow with it. It's a current. We were birthed into this physical world as some kind of heartbeat. Part of our soul, part of our spirit is still connected to a different realm. The other part of our soul and our spirit is connected to this physical realm. This is what I believe to be. When I can close my eyes and imagine anything, that's when I go to the other realm. I've recently equated it to sort of like the street. The physical side of the street with the houses and the roads and the hills and the parks and the people. And the other side of the street is not connected to the physical, but it's nonetheless like a mirror. When you walk down a road and you're looking into those huge big picture windows, it's a piece of glass really, but you see your reflection in the glass. That's the kind of experience that the other world has. You can look into the other world and you can see things happening, a reflection of who we all are in the glass across the road. We can go in there if we want to, root around the cave of our heart, the cave of our mind, the cave of our soul and our spirit. Quite a wonderful journey, really. All right, my friends, that's it from me for today. Find the areas of your life that you want to transform and then let go of anything that gets in that way. I love you. Thanks for liking, particularly subscribing, and particularly leaving your comments. We'll get there. Bye for now.